everybody, and welcome back after a little extended hiatus to QuestJunkies for tonight's exciting session of the Rhódania Chronicles. Say hi, guys!
Hi, guys!
Oh, it is so good to see you all. We've missed you all so much! But we are back, we are rested, we are rejuvenated, and we are ready to bring you some incredible stories. Yes, I have babyface. I'm aware I had an unfortunate encounter with a razor, rolled a natural 1, it proceeded to crit all over my face. Don't take that out of context.
Man, I hate when things crit on my face too.
Yeah, I know, it's terrible, isn't it? Yeah, it's such a cleanup job afterwards. Anyway, let's get through our announcements, shall we?
At least you had a paper towel on hand.
That's true. I've missed you guys. So, without further ado, let's get through a brief little announcement so we can get back to the chaos. First of all, a big shout out to our dear friends over at Sirenscape, the wonderful audio platform that helps you enhance your tabletop roleplaying needs, just like we do here at QuestJunkies. If you use that link there, you can do two things. You can start your 30-day free trial, become a Super Siren subscriber, and get access to over 1,000 different forms of music and sound effects and all the wonderful goodness. And you can also support our friends over at QuestJunkiesUK, the channel that made QuestJunkies exist by being just generally awesome. And, you know, John is a wonderful DM, he's my DM, and you know, all the trauma that I give you guys, I learned from him, so there you go. But yes, do go give both of those wonderful folks some love. Speaking of giving out some love, how about we give some love to the wonderful Aviv? Oh, Aviv celebrated her birthday recently. And Aviv does incredible character art, like you can see on the screen right now. With the little hair scrunches, as always. Such beautiful, majestic arts. Please go and give Aviv some love. We love working with Aviv and hope to continue doing that for many years to come. We would also like to direct your attention to this link in the chat here for our community Discord. If you'd like to be amongst the first in the community to learn about our new exciting announcements and updates and see all the shit memes that we send to each other, or even put your name down to register interest for a spot at the table. If you want to join us and play with us, the Discord is the place to do it. We have lots of exciting things coming up, some sooner than others, but we will tell you about that very soon. But yes, please do and join us over the Discord. If you haven't already, come and say hi, introduce yourself, and get to know the wonderful community that we have. By the way, peeps, if you care about the Wyld, yes, we absolutely did, yes. Please, I think you should be able to post the link, Oren. The Oren Cohen, fantastic friend of the channel, wonderful human, has recently interviewed our very own Mercy from the Wildmount Chronicles campaign on Wednesdays. A fantastic 2-hour interview, I believe it was. Just incredible just to see two wonderful individuals just have a chat about all things creative and wonderful and tabletop. And, you know, if you keep your eyes posted on that channel, you might be seeing me on there before I got rid of the beard. So, actual me, you know, it's something to look forward to. I look forward to it because I miss it.
Wait, are you a mimic today then? If you're not real you?
She knows too much. She knows too much. Emergency procedures. TPK.
Insight check.
Go for it. Yes, so do please support our dear friend Oren Cohen as well, as he is wonderful. But yes, looking forward to seeing my interview as well and seeing all the rambling that I did. I feel sorry for Oren's editor for having to edit all my rambling, because I did a lot. Sorry about that, but you know. But yes, thank you so much. And also just thank you to everyone who's tuned in today. Look at these welcome names that are coming back. Oren, Charlie, my Talia Hart is here. Hello, darling. It's good to see you. And all these other wonderful people. Phantom, I see you in the chat. Duchess and Dragons, I see you. Oh, you're all so wonderful. Dice1965, welcome. Hope you enjoy yourself on this fine occasion. So, what else do we have to tell you? Well, we have our fantastic... Oh, we have a subscription. Hello, darling. Thank you so much. Everyone does already have a spin of the wheel, but if anyone would like, if you'd like to nominate someone for a second spin, please let me know in the chat, and we can do so. Oh, patch interview incoming on Sunday. Oh my days. Oh my days. Friends, get that in your calendar. Sunday is going to be the day. Until then, if you need something to tie you over, please head over to our sexy new merchandise store at questjunkies.co.uk to get some fabulous merchandise, like some of examples of what you see on screen. Now, we're gonna get copyright strike. Look, Quest Junkies officially does not own Jurassic Park as a thingy. Yeah. But look at that! Look at that! We're on a shoe! We had a shoe! Pat's art is on a shoe! Holy shit!
My art is on a shoe.
Yep.
Who'd have thunk it?
The big time.
Here we go. You have peaked. Oh, that spin goes to Wes. So Wes gets 2 spins. Welcome to the Wyld Ones.
A good thing or a bad thing, eh?
Again.
Okay, thank you so much. But yes, the merch store, there's lots of incredible designs on there. We will be featuring some new designs coming up soon. I am going to be commissioning some art to potentially go on some other merch designs too, so keep your eyes peeled on the Discord for all the announcements and stuff about that. Speaking of buying things, you know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Why don't you have more sets of dice? You think you've got enough sets. I personally find that rude and offensive. I am personally attacked by the fact that you think that what you have got in your hands right now is enough dice. I mean, look at these starving people on your screen right now. Just one visit to Tabletop Dominion with the code QuestJunkiesUK at checkout to get 10% off your order would help feed hungry adventurers like these hungry dice goblins.
We're
to
so
just
hungry.
It will just tie them over to the next week where they get the next session. This is just...
some more.
You see?
I got a natural 1 on my spitting test. Please feed me.
I mean, next time you should swallow.
I should have put the sad music on for this. We know we should do that for the intro reel. We should film a really sad commercial for Tabletop Dominion.
Yes.
Just £2 a month.
Hello,
You
I'm
can
Sarah
let-
McLaughlin.
Let's do it. I'll get Talia to supply some really sad looking footage of Lilo the pug, who always looks very sad.
Oh,
Just to add for the
baby.
the emotion. Shout out to Lilo the pug for just being an awesome pug, really. But yes, so Tabletop Dominion, 10% off. Look, there's Lilo the pug as an emote.
Oh, baby.
Tabletop Dominion, 10% off. Quest Junkies UK at checkout. All that. And last but certainly not least, there is a link to our YouTube channel where if you can't stay for the whole session tonight, fear not. All our sessions are uploaded to the YouTube channel for you to consume at your leisure. I'd say our content's pretty bingeable. We've got some shorter campaigns, we've got longer campaigns, we've got one-shots. Most sessions tend to run 2 to 3 hours. So, it's pretty consumable, I would say, in this modern day of age. So, I believe that's all of those things. So, let's go around the table. My dear friends, if you would be so kind, please introduce yourself, tell us who you will be playing, and give us that ever-elusive, random, interesting fact about your character. Starting with Myrit the Pirate.
I am aka Myrit the Pirate. I am playing Rhódania, our Chaos Kitties, Circle of Stars, Feelies Druid, Maker Wild Brew Extraordinaire. And the wonderful fact about her is that when her and Buri were just little kittens, Rhódania would often end the evenings and days of play with a bit of a story time for her little brother, except they were never nice ones. They were always some really horrible goblin tales that she would come up with on the spot. And let's just say that Buri was not a fan of them. She used to torment him with them.
Interesting.
Typical older sibling behavior.
That tracks. Thank you so much. Moving on, Patoons.
Hello, everybody. I am Patrick, aka Patchins. Sometimes I draw art, but on Monday nights I play the Shield of the Wyld Ones, but I'll protect everybody in the chat as well as I play Conor McGinnis, a Earth Genasi Rune Knight fighter. So for Connell's interesting fact, the near the town of Zundanarg, there is the Mithril Mountains. That would be a very common place for Connell and his mum to venture into, being Genasi folk, like of the earthen variety. They would spend quite a lot of time hiking around there, just seeing if this is a good rock. Oh, that's a very good rock. That one's a little bit sour. And like sometimes they would just go, pay their respects, talk to the rocks, and yeah.
That's fair. The Mithril Mountains, not actually very far from where you are. In fact, you probably can see them from where you are. So, keep that in mind. Okay, moving down the overlay. Fresh face to this channel. Well, not this channel, this group. But certainly not the channel. Grim.
Friends, hi. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Mike, Grim in Chat, and I will be reprising my role as your second favorite small boy, Wes, the alchemist artificer. Fun fact, Wes uses a material component for the enlarge reduce spell. It's actually a toy from his father's workshop that was never sold. So he brought it back to life, and its name is Patches.
Oh.
Of course. Amazing. Oh, and we've got a gifted sub there for Charlie from Tally. Oh, that's another. Right, who's getting another spin of the wheel? Either Charlie or Tally can decide. Thank you so much. Yes, interesting Patches. I will keep that in mind. Not for any nefarious reasons, surely not. Moving down the overlay, Bridget.
Hello, everyone. My name's Bridget. I play Frike, the Way of the Long Death Shatterkai monk, Lady of Nouns, Lady of all things, really. She's everywhere. Random fact, there's a new ability she has access to that seems a little terrifying for her to use. She's a little scared to use it.
I'm sure it's fine.
Probably.
And that second spin goes to Reese. Amazing. Speaking of, Wyatt.
Hey, it's my turn. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? I am playing Reese, our wonderful Tabaxi Bard Cleric multi-class. I have already spaced on the specific subclasses. It's great. It's fine. He is our wonderful, lovely half of the kitty crew. Yeah, he's great. Anyway, fun fact about him. Continuing on with the family thing that I've been doing the past couple of weeks. Reese, after he finished his chores and his duties with his mentor, he would come home and for bedtime, he would tell a story that he had learned from his mentor to his little brother, sitting there on the rug in front of the fireplace.
Amazing. I love how we're getting like these little sneak peeks every week of the sibling lore and stuff. This is it's cute.
I feel like, Reese would tell a nice story to his little brother instead.
To the little brother, yeah. To everyone, maybe a little scary.
Love it.
Thank you so much. And I'm Patch, your ever-humble Dungeon Master. Glad to be back after the hiatus. I play everyone else. Let's have an NPC for that random interesting fact.
Ooh, Muffin Man. Oh, really? Or have we already done one?
Muffin
Oh,
Man.
no. Sexy Cocktail. Tiefling. What's his name?
Sexy cocktail tiefling.
That's his name.
Oh,
Canonical now.
what is his name? Hang on.
SCT.
Jacques.
Where is it? Where did
Yeah.
I write that down?
And they're friends with the dwarven miner with the big beard.
I just want
I
to know
bel-
all about the brewers.
And
It was the
dragonborn
Brewers
with the
Guild,
scales.
wasn't it? Hang on, I've got it
Yeah.
written down somewhere. I want to get this factually right. No, not that screen. There we go. One second. Let me get this.
Oh my god.
Where is it? Oh god, where's it gone? Alright. I don't have the name in front of me right now. But I can tell you about him, because I know who you're talking about.
It's
So
just SCT for us. Sexy cocktail tiefling.
SCT. I thought you said SCP. I was like, oh no, don't bring SCPs. Oh dear. Although, SCP inspired TTRPG could be an interesting thing. Speaking of interesting things, Roll Together RPG raiding with a party of 35. Hello, we're just getting started. It is so wonderful to see you all. Hope you're doing okay and had an amazing stream. Let me give you a shout out. Roll Together RPG. There you go. Thank you, dear friends. Mwah. I was just about to give a random interesting fact about an NPC. Wouldn't that be a Delta Greek? Potentially. So, yes, the sexy tiefling, whose name escapes us, is indeed member of the Brewmasters Guild. He is from the city of Inyath, the city in the far north west of the continent. Known for its high tiefling population, known to be the most exotic location in Rhódania, and you can interpret the word exotic as you wish. The people there. Well, let me put it this way: the bathhouse was owned by a family from Inyath, and it is very much one of their high levels of import-export, shall we say. There are many bathhouses in Inyath, and that particular individual has been to all of them, and is known on first-name terms by all the staff. Unfortunately, not by us, because we can't remember his name. But Buzzcat says his name is Stefan now and forever. Let's say that Stefan is the alias that he goes by when he frequents these houses of ill repute. How about that?
That works.
Stefan. Hello, Stefan.
Stefan, yes. Be right back. I must embark on a short quest with Lily the Pug. Have fun. We send out our love to the pair of you. Try not to get...
Ever in your favor.
Yes, try not to drown in the horrible weather outside. Mwah. Okay. So, yeah. He is a very seedy tiefling. So there we go. I believe that's that for the introductions. Let's do our spins of the wheel, shall we? While we're all here.
Oh
'Cause
god.
why not?
Here
So,
we go.
everyone gets one. Wes and Reese get two. So, going back round, Rhódania, tonight's session, you...
Done.
We'll have to roll me a D100 because you get a wild magic surge.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll grab that from you in a minute once I've done these. You do that. Connell, for today's session, you can have a free short rest whenever you wish and trigger it instantaneously.
Do you want
Enjoy.
my D100 roll?
Not just yet. Let me do the
Okay.
wheel spins first. Now we have two for Westerly. First one for today's session. You. Oh shit! You get one of the rarest options. You get Death Warded. for the session.
How's
Death
that?
warded.
So the way Death Ward works is if you're knocked to 0 hit points, Death Ward puts you at 1 hit point and then ends.
Oh, let's all attack Wes then.
I was going to say fuck the
Initiation.
dragon, but all right, sure, that's fine. We can do that. Hazing, you know.
Yeah.
And then the second spin goes to... Oh, not just that, you get a free long rest as well.
Oh.
Wes
Throw that
is...
dragon at me.
Longest
Come on,
rest.
come on, throw that fucking dragon at me.
I mean, maybe. Don't threaten me with a good time. Moving on, Frike, for today's session. You... Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Can roll me a D100 for a wild magic surge. And then we have our 2 spins for Reese. First one coming at ya. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I'm in danger.
Oh no! Oops! All wisdom.
Not in danger. Hey.
Well, that's your first one. Let's see what the second one is.
Oh god.
Our survey says, "Oops! All strength,
Oh,
buff and wise." Okay, so basically, what these spins are telling me is that I can throw some real nasty shit at you this week.
It all depends on what the wild magic surge is.
Yeah.
It does. They might do the job for me.
Dragons beware.
Let's see what my spin is, because I get one as well. So, oh shit, Death Ward. So, I mean,
Oh no!
well, no. I will be fair to the rules that I have already established. My spins go to the first NPC you come into contact with.
Okay.
That may not be a bad thing. It depends what happens. So,
Just make sure we don't get into any fights, guys. We got this.
What are you talking
Diplomacy is
about? We're
key.
not the fighting kind. We're
fine.
nice.
I'm sure it's fine. So that's an interesting mix of spins. Let's see how it goes. But let's just do a brief recap. It's been a week or two. So what's led the Wyld Ones to their current predicaments? Partway through their journey towards the city of Zundanark, heading there for the big fighting tournament that is to happen in a few weeks' time. They stopped off at the little village of Assailant to get some muffins and to stock up on some supplies and similar things. And then they seem to be at the center of another convergence event, as the entire town, the entire village of Assailant was transported to another world. Not just another plane of existence, but another world entirely. Later identified as the continent of Wildmount in the world of Exandria. You were a long way from home, let's put it that way. And after a tense 24 hours and some even more tense interactions with some of the locals, you were helped back home by the strange and suspicious company that you had kept, but seemingly very helpful, as they sent you immediately back. And upon returning, you encountered a new person. Initially unsure of their intentions, but seemed to strike up a quick kinship with Wes, who would eventually become a new member of the group. After a very emotional reunion with the village folk, and one Rosie for short, one of the Iron Hearth constructs, who was an associate of Wes, and who had been struck down rather brutally by those visitors in the other place. But that wasn't going to stop Wes. And with a very handy natural 20 from the Wheel of Chaos, Wes was able to save the life of Rosie for short. And we left our group as they were settling down for the night, ready to re-embark on the journey the following morning. My question for you all first is, how do you think everyone slept after that event? Because a lot happened. I'm curious just for your insight.
I imagine for Rhódania it'd be a bit of broken sleep a couple of times. But still able to get a couple of cat naps in.
Of course.
Maybe some nightmares, I don't know. But yeah.
I imagine Connell would have had... He getting into his bed, he would have just like stared at the ceiling, kind of like replaying all the events over in his head, like chasing after like the glowing lights, the lights flashing us into like the snowy wasteland, confronting like the two general people, the fact that they had a whole army on this helpless little town, flashing straight back, and then just kind of playing the events over, like how could we have done that differently? Is there a way that we could have even helped the town on our own without having to go elsewhere? So, but he eventually gets to sleep, and yeah.
Okay. Anyone else?
Frank would have maybe felt just the usual.
Nice.
There's some out of Rosie for
Lingering.
sure.
No.
That's my girl.
This persistent feeling of dread that has stuck with her ever since they first left the king, really, because
Mm-hmm.
it's just her anxiety. She's thinking about that letter she sent and the leads that she still wants to follow up on, and I think she would have slept better if she weren't alone, so she maybe would have tried to cuddle closer to either Rhódania or Connell.
Good to know.
Reese would have had probably a restless, long rest, funny enough. Concerned that maybe someone of the town had revealed the whereabouts of the world, the name of the world, to these wonderful, not so wonderful people. And also very confused about a second moon goddess from a completely different world, and that interaction between them two. Probably would have stayed up all night for the most part, only getting a few winks of sleep here and there, and writing in his journal.
Okay.
I think Wes probably would have slept in the tap for not leaving Rosie for short side.
Sure. So, you all gain the benefits of a long rest. Despite the brokenness of sleep for many of you. But before we get to the morning, as I was called out in chat, and I'm just I'm just gonna say, I didn't invoke this. You guys did.
Fuck's sake.
You know you wanted it.
What?
Dream
Getting
sequence.
flashbacks of fucking Demethrin.
Well, one of you in particular had troubled sleep. And it's strange because in the middle of the night, you wake up and you look around, and your other colleagues, your other friends around you are fast asleep. And you notice that they don't appear to be breathing. And you look outside the window and you see a bird in flight but frozen. And as you look around, Frike, it's almost as if time has stopped around you. You very quickly look for any signs of any life or movement or anything. Please give me a perception check.
Yay. Ooh, 25.
25, okay.
Not 20.
Natural 20. Good way to start off the day. Folks, if you got nat 20 emotes, spam the hell out of them in the chat. So, with a natural 20, you're quick to assess danger in any circumstance. So you look around and something seems to have stopped time. You try to rouse your friends, but you try to move them and they are just solid as the ground. And something catches your eye and you look outside the window across the street from the inn where you are all staying. Just in the far edges of the forest around the village, a flickering of light that looks like a campfire, but it's the only thing that is moving around you.
She would... I don't think she would move. I think she's torn between the horrific sight in front of her and wanting to go and look at what the campfire is, but she can't leave them. She doesn't want to leave them, so I think she's frozen in that decision paralysis.
Okay. As you stand there frozen, torn between just the natural urge to investigate the one sign of life around you right now. You can't leave your friends behind. The light goes out. The next thing that happens is you hear a slow clap from behind you in the doorway of the room. Congratulations. I suspected you would make it back. But to make it back so quickly... Perhaps there is hidden potential in you after all.
He would turn to face that voice.
You knew who it was before you even turned. As you see your father standing in the doorway.
I don't know why I'm surprised. I shouldn't be. I could have... She grumbles very visibly and just... I should have known. How is it that you're doing this? How can you control this magic, this reconvergence? How are you able to tap into it?
So many questions. I've seen enough people portrayed as villains in their time explain their entire plan before being thwarted. You really think I would do such a thing?
She will, maybe in the middle of his sentence, she will go for an elbow to the throat and pushing him up against the nearest wall.
Okay, roll for an attack.
Okay. Unarmed strike?
Sure.
Uh, 14?
14. Without even breaking his speech, he puts his hand up and catches your elbow, spins you around and wraps your arm around your own neck and puts you in a... You basically have yourself in a chokehold. And he continues speaking the rest of his sentence, but he brings it down to a whisper in your ear. I taught you better than that.
Sometimes I wondered if I imagined all those years as a child where you were capable of loving my family, of loving me. Was any of it real?
My dear, love is a complicated thing. When my work is done, you will see that everything I have done for love. Not just for my family, but for many things. There is a part in this for you. I would never force you. But I have faith that when the time comes, you will be at my side when our work is done. And we'll make this world anew.
What's wrong with the world the way it is now? Why are you breaking it?
I'm not breaking it. The world was broken ages ago. I am remaking it. The very reason that we were cast out originally. Why we are not supposed to be in this world. Is because this world is broken. If this world was not broken, then we would be welcome here, and there would be no need for any of this. But here we are.
He tries to cry as silently as possible.
He lets you go and turns you around, and he knows you well enough. He wipes a tear from your eye.
He recoils.
I want you to understand something. Much of what I do, much of my work, is for you and for your future. You are on a path that will lead us to converge. And I am sure that when that time comes, you will stand apart from me as an enemy. I could kill you right now and your friends and put an end to this. But... And he starts to laugh. There could be no greater pride or love than a father watching his daughter succeed over him. I might not be alive when the time comes, but when the time does come, you and I will be on the same side, and this world will be made anew. Things are already in motion.
I'm not like you.
And that
I am
is
not evil.
And evil is a subjective term. The very fact that you are not like me is why you will succeed me. You know they call our home a domain of dread. The dread is the very thing that they put upon us by obscuring us from the real world, from hiding us there. It is their own undoing. Because no matter good or evil in life, there is always consequences. I know that there are consequences awaiting me at my end. And I will gladly take them. When it is you that is ending my life, I will have a smile on my face and pride in my heart.
Why now? What do you want from me now? To scare me, to terrify me into pacificity? She'll gesture at her friends. This will not sway me to your side. This never could.
There will come a time when you realize that there are no sides in this equation. We've always been on the same side. Your friend over there, he gestures towards the sleeping Reese. He is a touch of divinity about him. Eventually you will realize that you have something far greater than any divine influence. Because as he watches over me, he watches over you with great interest.
I wonder what kind of presence, holy or unholy, would deign to give you the time of day.
Maybe you can ask him yourself someday. But for now, just take the knowledge that I will not interfere with your plans. You and your colleagues are free to do as you wish. If you wish to thwart me, be my guest. But your path will only end in one place, and the threads of destiny cannot be unwound. My only hope is that wherever I end up after my demise, I will at least be able to see the world that you create in my stead.
She will fold her arms over herself and take a measured step back. Was that all? Or are we done here?
I'm done. But I fear you are just beginning. Till next time, daughter. And he snaps his fingers. And in the blink of an eye, the last thing you see before you wake up suddenly is the sight of your father rushing at you with a tarnished glaive. As morning comes, and one by one you all wake up after gaining the benefits of a long rest, and it's a beautiful sunny day outside.
Ah.
Reese goes looking for some black tea because he needs the caffeine.
Easily done.
He'll shoot awake with a strangled gasp and double over on her side like she's sick to her stomach and heave a couple of times.
As you do, can you please give me a D100?
Oh yeah. Whoop-de-doo.
Hey, Noxie. Good to see you.
Oh my god. I got 2 11s in a row. I rolled one earlier when I got another
shit.
11.
Okay. 11. Good to know. And can I have Rhódania's D100, please?
I rolled a 93 earlier.
Jesus, 93. Okay, let me write these down.
I also, I think there's another wheel to go as well.
There is, I believe. You resubbed, didn't you? And we just got one from Noxie as well. Noxie, who would you like your spin of the wheel to go to? As Rhódania, you also get... Oops, all wisdom! You are a wise druid. So let me do that now for you. And it was Reese that got the wisdom and strength before, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I also changed that on my own too, so you don't have to
Oh, you
worry
did?
about it.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
I didn't because I'll probably mess it up.
It's fine. I have done yours, so you can refresh.
Danke.
Okay, where is the table going? One second, apologies. The document for Wild Magic closed itself. It mustn't have wanted to be used. It was like, no. Not this time.
Not today, Satan.
Not today.
Yeah.
Okay. So, where are we? So first of all, Frike, you rolled 2 11s, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first 11, please add 11 temporary hit points.
Ooh, okay.
Very nice. Love to hear it.
This is a gift from your father.
Fucking void.
Again, this is not very appropriate because you're not in initiative right now, but for the next minute, if you were, all opportunity attacks would hit you, which I think would probably be thematic given the state that you've just woken up in. So, I think that's probably not a bad one to have at the minute. And then a 93 for Rhódania.
These were my new dice.
Oh, do you know what? Can you re-roll? Because you've had this one before, and I don't like to redo old ones. This is the psychedelic food one.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm going to use a different D10 then. 15.
15.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh no.
So,
Oh, no.
we've actually had this one before, but I don't think you
I'll do it
got...
again then.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can do it again. Because I don't think we actually got to use it last time, but again, it's not a great one, so...
What was
Like,
it?
it was one where you can only cast spells while prone.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to get a dice. Let's get a
Look at
random
you. Guiding bolt.
one. 49.
49, okay. Oh, what's that message there? Oh, Wes gets a spin from Noxie. Good to know.
You're the best, Noxie.
Oh my god, you've had that one already.
Wait, there's too many wild brews going on,
Wow.
This is what
A whole new
happens.
list.
How about 67?
67.
So close.
So
That's
Okay.
close to perfection.
For the next minute, add 1 point of fire damage to every instance of damage you receive. So try not to get hit for the next minute. Otherwise, you might catch on fire. If you get hit on, it's a
Oh, that's
D12. And then Noxie's spin for Wes. Oops, all dexterity. There you go.
Hey.
You're a dexterous boy.
I got it. Thank you.
Dexy
You're the best,
Wes.
Noxie.
Okay, so the sun is out. The day is yours. Now we're ready for what's next.
PBK!
TPK.
I'm gonna quickly go check on Frike, because I can
Yeah.
hear her hurling.
Yeah, Frag does not look good right now.
Like, are you okay? Do you need to take a test or something?
Why? Oh my god.
Wow.
What a conclusion.
I did not think that was going there.
Why are you chucking your guts up?
I don't know. Do I roll con for how much I hurl?
Sure, why not?
Roll for hurl.
Roll
Ooh,
20.
I think that's a dirty 20. Yeah, because I got a 17.
Dirty
Okay.
20 for a dirty girl.
Dirty 20, you just have one episode of like massive chunder, and then you manage to maintain yourself, shall we say.
She'll wipe the back of her mouth and just.
Fuck me sideways.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Noxie!
Oh god.
You
Oh
madman.
god. We can't do any more spins. Oh god. We've already had
Thank you.
so many.
Ah.
Noxie, thank you so much. That is incredibly generous of you.
Thanks.
Let me give you a shout out. Guys, go give Noxie some love.
But yeah, like, why are you broken?
She'll compose herself and just go, could I have some mild brew, please?
Of course, pal. Oh, just gonna quickly make some mild brew. I'm just
Important
like
clarification.
hand it over, and just like rub her back a wee bit. It's like you got a little bit on the side of your gob. Just there you go. Get the slaver off.
Sips the tea
What's up?
slowly. As soon as her stomach is settled again, she'll just hold on to the tea like it's a life preserver, and I'm thinking her hand would probably shake. Rhódania, I saw my father
Where? Where is he?
in my dream, But-
Oh shit.
but he was there. He talked to me.
But it was
And
just a dream, right?
I don't think so. I still don't know how his magic works. I don't know why he needed a dream to get to me, but it was him. I know it.
I think though narcissistic parents like that, once you cut all ties with them, they'll do everything they can to get in control of you still. I know a couple of people who've been through that. Just remember that, dream or no, they can't get past the Wyld Ones, and we'll be the one giving him nightmares soon. Alright? And Fern just makes her own little brew as well, and just kind of stands up next to Frike on the bed and just kind of try and ushers her to rest on her shoulder, if you know what I mean. It's like, it's alright. We're all here for you, and we'll make sure that the fucker regrets it. Okay?
She will cry a little at that, just kind of silently and leaning her head into Rhódania.
Take one of my muffins. I've got some left over from before. I don't know what the whole, going to different lands thing does with the expiry date. But, here you go.
Which muffin is it?
This is... I'm just looking at my notes. So many sticky notes.
By this point, the magical side effects would have faded out.
It's just a stand.
but
It's like a blackberry muffin or something, wasn't it?
This,
Like a dark...
they're still
berry.
in date and they're still edible and still as nice, but the unharmful magical effects have passed.
She
Hey,
Well,
here you go, bestie.
gingerly, hold she'll take the mug and then just sort of slowly eat a muffin.
How's the mild brew? Is it alright? I mean, I've been trying to play around with it to make it different and interesting each time you have it. Not like have the magical effects or like crazy magical effects, but I was hoping maybe of changing it to, I don't know, make people's brains kind of like happier. I'm thinking
She'll
maybe
take
putting-
she'll take another sip and go, I think I needed a good dose of reality.
You're so funny, Frank.
What's everyone else doing at this point?
Connell would be outside in a makeshift axe throwing range as he's practicing his axe throwing at some targets, just empty glass bottles and stuff.
You know, throwing it at the bottles like that isn't going to make it any easier. You're just going to keep missing the target. Unless we'll appear behind.
As Connell clenches onto the axe with this depressing music in the background, he's like, I know, Wes! I'm trying my best!
Try harder!
I'm sorry, okay?
You didn't fail me,
drama.
you failed Miss Thea.
Connell throws the axes to the ground and runs off. No, but no, Connell's just kind of like slowly breathing and like kind of like angling up the shot. So you're saying I shouldn't aim for the bottle, but I'm trying to hit the bottle.
It's all in the motion. See, you're just throwing with your arm. It needs to be a whole body motion. You need to have the whole range. Your spine and your legs need to go with you. That's why you couldn't get it the first time around. You threw it with all force. But you have to have a little finesse. Let it just glide out of your hand.
Connell's going to attempt to let it glide out of his hand. So
Okay.
he's just going to do it like loosey-goosey and let it glide.
Let it glide, let it glide.
Let it glide.
Alright, that's throwing it at the glass bottle. That is a 16 plus the stuff, which is 7,
Ooh.
so that is 23 to hit.
The glass immediately shatters.
I'll leave this up to Patch. Was that was the axe spinning, or was it just like a lob motion?
I don't think it was spinning, no.
Okay. See, I like where you're getting it at, Wes. Like, I was actually able to hit something with the axe at a time, but I don't know. If I give it more gusto, I feel like I could just really get something, you know?
Well, all right. You want to play a science experiment? Give it the old gusto.
So, what have you been up to all these years? As Connell picks up the axe to give it an go.
I think, like, right next to him, just to be a little asshole, he's kind of like showing Connell, like, just kind of straightening Connell's arm for him. Absolutely no need to, because he already hit it the first time, but just to be a little asshole. Well, you know, sometimes you have to work at the guild, you know, be a productive member of society, something you're still struggling to deal with. But, you know, working with the Feingrats and in Catherine has put me in a bit of a busy schedule over the past few years. Can't be the best of birthday like all other celebrities. I have to be a productive member of society.
That was a 12 that time.
Just sails overhead.
All right, straighten out your entire spine. Do it this way. Cool. I'm studying with some girl called Catherine. I'm amazing. I've got great hair. And he comes back with the axe. So, and you're still doing the toy stuff with your dad, right?
Not anymore. Sis is taking over the shop. And
Huh.
she doesn't need me.
Why is that? Like, you're pretty good at making toys, things that bring kids joy.
Are you soliciting me for a commission, Connell McGinnisy?
You're acting as if I know what's soliciting me.
Asking. Are you asking me?
I'm not asking you for a commission. No way.
Yeah, with these skills, you're kind of lacking.
15 on that one.
15.
Unluckiness.
It just clicks the top of it. Well, it doesn't smash the glass, as the handle actually is what makes contact with the glass. So it's just a little too much spin.
I'll get
You're
it.
missing the
I'll get it.
No, you already got it. You already proved it to me. Science is just proving that you're not getting it the second time, or the third time in this case. And he will pull out his hand axe. Now, enough of the small talk. These friends of yours. He kind of just aims up at the next bottle. Tell me about them. And if you don't mind, Patch, I'd like to also make a ranged attack roll.
Go for it.
A natural 20.
Of course. Of
Fucking
course.
course.
Total
Guys,
of 25.
If you've got them in the chat, use those 20 emotes. So with a natural 20, how much do we want to irritate Pat right now?
Do it. Do it.
I'll say that not only do you hit, but the particular hand axe, which is sharpened to perfection, sails directly through blade first. The bottle does not smash, it barely moves just a little bit as it is sliced in two and remains standing. With the most precise throw.
Amazing.
You just got a lucky. That was a lucky shot, right? Anyway, my friends, absolutely fantastic. They've got me out of many jams over the past X amount of time that we've been on the road. So there's Rhódania. She's a princess from the forest. She can sometimes turn into a sparkle princess. She likes to conjure weird little potions that spontaneously make things happen. Then there's Frike. I don't know exactly where she's from, but she's from the Shadowfell. Bad stuff happened when we went there last time, and I think some more stuff out to get her. She's also really strong, really dependable. Her hair is the loveliest shade of lavender, and
I love her.
God, the way she steps through the wind is just very mesmerizing. And then there's Big Cat. He's fluffy, and I love hugging him. He may not love hugging me back, but I love hugging him. Also, plays a mean flute solo.
You know, I have been looking for a mean flute solo. You know, been missing out on that since we've been in Berthy. May have to sit him down for a private one-on-one concert. But you like them, and they've taken care of you.
Oh yeah, they got, like I said, they got me out of a few real big jams, like a couple weeks ago. We were going through the Thorn Forest.
Forest of Thorns.
Forest of Thorns. Potato. Yeah, we came across this old tomb, and there was a spirit of a queen in there, and she possessed me. You know, all great heroes at one point get possessed by a evil force, but my friends, they proved that they're as formidable as I am, and if not greater than I am. I would not be half the hero I am without them, so I owe a lot to them.
You know, I was wondering what your handicap was, and it turns out it's you. But that certainly isn't quite as noble as that particular queen could have been to you. Yeah, you've got a good bunch so far, from what I've seen. They've dispatched of gelatinous cubes very easily. So someone had to carry you all this way, and as it turns out, they're going to carry you to Zundnarg, too.
Oh, bitch.
Hey, Wes. You're short. He walks away to grab his axe.
Good talk, buddy.
Amazing. From there, Reese, you get your tea.
It's a little too bitter for him, so he will cast Prestidigitation to shift the flavor just a little bit sweeter.
Mhm.
He'll take a nice big swig, start purring a little bit, sink down.
Are you still in the room where Rhódania and Frike are?
No, I've went down to the bar.
Okay.
And then pull out my journal, look at it again, kind of flip through my notes of what happened the previous day. Definitely overthinking everything still. Sigh. And walk out the door and just sit there and amusedly watch the bickering between the two. With like dead eyes.
Yep.
Sipping the tea. It's
So-
like Kermit meme.
So while all of that is going on, we'll go back to the room with Frike and Rhódania. After a little bit more of conversation, how are you guys doing?
I think Frank would have let on more about some of the specifics that he said. To be more specific, suggesting that some kind of divine influence is watching over me, and that he seemed to think it was more powerful than Wreath and his divine influence. And she'll add on to that. I have no idea what that means. I don't know the first. He's
Probably just him trying to get into your head. He's trying to divide us apart. If you're really that worried, you could always just talk to him. He wouldn't mind. It's not like you'd be accusing him of anything, but it might also be something good for him to know because maybe your father knows something that we don't. But either way, he's still trying to get into your head. Okay? Manipulative people do that. Abusive people do that.
Just kind of like gives her a wee like lick on the cheek and just scruffs into the kind of crevice of her neck.
You're safe with us, Mommy, okay?
She will giggle a little at that, but something about we've always been on the same side. I remember that. And his obsession with me, I'm just scared of what it might mean for the future and for all of you. And he'll take one of Rhódania's hands and just, if anything happened to all of you because of me, I would never be able to forgive myself.
Like, don't think that. Look, even if something were to so-called happen because, of you, it wouldn't really be because of you. We're all individuals with our own, responsibilities of our own actions. Maybe in a situation where it has something to do with your father, or some other kind of nasty bastard. But at the end of the day, we make our own actions. Never blame yourself, okay? I mean, I know I should probably be taking my own advice whenever shit like this happens, but sincerely, never take it upon yourself and think that it's your fault if something bad happens to us. We know how protective you are. We know how loving you are. We love you. And we'll do anything to protect you. You know that. You fucking think otherwise.
Probably as you're still talking, she'll wrap you in a big squeeze hug and just...
Purring very loudly. Just kind of biscuits a wee bit. Granted in your titties, but biscuit titties. Well, you squeezed me in, and you're just like, okay, there you go.
Fronia, as you are doing titty biscuits, give me a perception check.
Oh no. Oh dear. 7.
7.
2 for a 7, so.
Okay. No worries.
Why? Why?
No. I mean, you've got inspiration if you want, but who am I to suggest?
She's too enthralled with the biscuit titties to notice anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing to the character.
It's sorry. I got a little bit a bit excited.
Pat you on the shoulder. It's okay.
It's the tea, I tell you. It's the tea. Yeah, just don't bother your wee head about it, okay? You've got a very strong head on those very strong shoulders, with those very strong arms, strong brain and everything. You're a good one, alright? We'll protect you, and we're definitely gonna, term a new one.
I believe you. Thank you.
Now, let's finish these muffins, let's finish our tea, and go and find the others. Because, God forbid what they're doing without us two. Jesus Christ. Dread to think. You can't leave them alone. Come on.
She just kind of hops off the bed and just
She'll
reaches
be
out
like,
her paw.
dust off and she will take your paw, and as she's dusting off the muffin
hair.
crumbs, she'll be like, yeah, a little bit.
Fry-
Just add, there is something about the female influence, isn't there? Just a general observation.
Frank, as you're dusting yourself off, give me a perception check.
Oh. Ooh.
And Tom is there.
19?
19, okay, very good. So, as you are decrumbing yourself, you notice something which you didn't see before, mainly because, titty biscuits are very distracting, and but as you sort of, you're shaking your clothes, you just get just for a second, a glimpse underneath your top, and there's a slight discoloration in the skin on your chest. It wasn't
Fuck
there
off.
before.
No.
Like
Don't you
that.
fucking dare.
Reminding you of the very last thing you experienced in that dream. And that's where we're going to take our break, so...
Fucking arsehole. No,
So,
not
friends,
my girl.
we'll see you in about 5-10 minutes, and we'll be right back to find out what the fuck is up with that. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Greetings, dear friends. It appears you've wandered your way across the realms and found yourself in this rather delightful space known as QuestJunkiesUK. Rather dull name if you ask me, but they do love their chaos, and I could never not vouch for that. If you want to spread some of that chaos yourself, well, feel free to subscribe and spam that chat with those little emote things and tell them the Traveler sent you. Apparently they have some sort of wheel of chaos that they use after a subscription just to fuck with the players. What better way to let chaos reign? See you in the chat, friends.
Tired of eating bland, tasteless food on your epic quests? Looking for something more exciting to fuel your adventures? Look no further than Subway.
Our sandwiches are made with only the freshest ingredients, sourced from all across the continent. Whether you're a warrior, wizard, or rogue, we have a sub that will suit your tastes. Will you go for the barbarian's bold beef, the elven herb roasted turkey, or the dwarven double smoked bacon? Choose from our wide variety of meats, cheeses, and vegetables, all served on freshly baked bread.
But that's not all. At Subway, you can also customize your sub with magical sauces and enchanted toppings. Will you add a dash of Dragonfire hot sauce or a sprinkle of pixie dust parmesan? The possibilities are endless.
Our sandwiches come in 3 sizes: adventurer, hero, and legend.
Need something to quench your thirst after battling trolls and dragons? We also offer our signature drinks, like the Action Surge Grapefruit Ale or the Eldritch Baja Blast Dark Stout.
And for a sweet treat, try our famous 100% original recipe Feywild cookies. But don't take our word for it. Listen to what some of our satisfied customers have to say.
I never thought I'd find a sandwich that could match the thrill of slaying a dragon. Subway did it!
Oh, I used to hate going on quests because of the terrible food, but now I look forward to it. Thanks, Subway.
I never knew that I needed enchanted toppings on my sandwich till I tried Subway. Now my taste buds are having a wild flavor surge.
The dragon hot fire sauce is not for the faint of heart, but it sure comes in handy when you're fighting frost giants.
So why settle for boring, mundane food when you can indulge in the flavors of Subway? Fresh bites for your epic fights. Subway, eat fresh.
And welcome back, dear friends, to the Rhódania Chronicles right here on QuestJunkiesUK. So, we rejoin the story as Frek and Rhódania leave the inn after packing up their belongings, just at the tail end of the bickering over throwing axes, and the first thing you see is Rhys sat outside the inn, just finishing this cup of tea and enduring whatever it is that he's enduring visually ahead of him.
I'm just gonna slide up next to. Sorry, I was gonna slide up next to Rhys and just be like.
I would like to say Rhys would probably mess with them a little bit by like poking Wes with Mage Hand and making it like disappear immediately.
Uh-huh.
So Rhys is just sitting there like sipping his coffee or his tea.
Amazing.
Something in the wind.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, before I throw the axes, I would give like a little tosserie, like a little bit of flourish, before I threw them at the guy.
Define flourish with you.
So, one of these jobs. Like that.
Too much showing off. You can barely hit the target 1 out of 3 times.
Yeah, well, at least that's 1 out of 3 times, meaning like out of 3 times I'll hit something. And if you're fighting dragons and saving ships from falling out of the sky, that's a pretty decent statistic.
Con, oh my goodness, don't tell me you took a sky carver down from the sky.
I actually helped it crash a little less. Thank you very much.
You still crashed it.
I didn't crash it. There was a sudden explosion on the ship. Out of our control.
Do I hear this?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Have you? No, we were making cocktails, Mr. McGinnisy, and you and I both made it crash out of the sky. I mean, yes, it just suddenly exploded. We didn't do anything. Give the gab.
Gift of gab.
She just says that. She just says, "Gift the gab."
Hoping it works.
Frona just casually admitting to her crime.
Hey, if I'm going down, you're coming down with me.
I didn't blame you once in that past sentence.
Well, nah, I know, but still, she's just so used to you blaming her.
I don't blame you any.
You blamed me in the past.
I have. Oh. We'll talk about this after the session.
Oh shit.
We're rolling initiative.
You know what? Just for that.
Now the druid kicked my
Anyway.
ass.
The real tournament was
excuse me.
the friends we made along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're talking.
Oh, the
Now
enemies.
you're talking.
But yeah, and we saved every single person from that ship crash. Thank you very much, Wes.
Well, good job. You saved 50% of the necessary parts of the ship. The crew.
I mean, the ship is still pretty much intact as well.
The ship be flying. It's
Wes, are
fine.
you hungry or something? Because you're extra bitchy this morning.
Isn't he?
I'm always bitchy, Miss Rhódania.
Well, I like it.
Yeah, we should probably... Let me grab the axe, and I will go back to the rest of the group.
Why are they throwing axes, Rhys?
I don't know. But Wes did. Well, I don't know how that one. I don't know how it happened, but there's a bottle split in half and it's glass, and glass doesn't split that way. And I'm very confused. But I don't know. The gods of luck were in his favor, I suppose. Anyway, they're manning it out.
Alright. I got a spare muffin. You want it?
Yes.
There you go.
No, just eat a muffin as well. That should be most of my muffins done up.
You all eat breakfast very vigorously. I don't understand what happened to you all last night, but that seems like a very aggressive way to eat muffins.
It's a long
First of all-
story.
Do I look over? I'm going to look over at Darcy Frike. How disheveled does Frike look?
She would come out, and I was thinking about this. I don't think her skirt would necessarily hide the mark on her chest.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably visible as she comes out to join everybody else. And yeah, she's maybe a bit more put together than she was this morning when she was sick, but still wan, even for her pale complexion.
I will say, just as a general point of order, this mark in particular does not resemble the one you saw on Thrasham.
What does it look like, for clarity?
It's just a strange decoloration of the skin, like almost kind of like a faded scar. If that makes sense.
Okay.
But it's like looking at like the shape of it, it looks like a stab wound. And the last thing you experienced in that dream.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, just for
I'll-
clarification.
I'll see it. I'm like, oh, you gotta smudge, and I'll like cast prestidigitation to like get it off. I'll cast it again because it's not getting off.
Mhm.
What happened? Why? What is going? I need more tea.
Last night, in my dream, I saw my father.
I will prepare a third level inflict wounds.
Where?
It was only in my dream, I'm fairly certain, but she'll touch the area. I think this was a parting gift.
Can I cast? No. Never mind.
You can cast no, yeah.
No. I don't agree.
That's
That's called
the
denial.
no, that's the trigger phrase for counterspell. No.
No.
Denial is a river in Egypt.
We'd love to
And
hear
also
it.
when Russians rise.
I'll try and cast healing word, actually. Just at
Okay.
first level.
Mhm.
It's like, can I put my paw here?
Yeah.
And I'll cast healing word, just putting my paw over her chest.
Mhm.
I'll cast healing word, and I mean, it's what 1d4. You get 12 points of healing, even though you probably don't need it.
I don't know, DM, does it work? Is it gone?
Is the mark gone?
The mark remains.
I tried. I'm sorry.
She will, before you can quite take your paw back, she will reach for yours, and, he said some things to me, and I wish I could forget, but I have no idea about divinity, but he seemed to suggest that I was being watched by a male presence of some kind, and that it didn't. He didn't say anything more than that, but he implied that it could be divine. And I don't know if there's anything we could do to find out more about that, but it worried me.
I will be honest, Frank, I have no idea what I'm doing as far as divinity goes. I respect the gods that I have talked to. I don't know who can see who, and I don't know how I am getting the power that I am, besides that it's granted free of will from Amira. But it is concerning that a divine of some kind that your father is connected to is, quote unquote, watching over you.
He'll take a small step closer and just don't. In my heart, I believe I'm not evil, but I'm scared of some malevolent force out there using me for evil things. And I think you do have some knowledge of the divine, even if you made all the difference in the world in that tomb. You helped that spirit move on. Reese, I think you've proven yourself to be capable. In case no one has told you lately, I'm very proud of you. And she will slowly approach you for a hug.
Reese will accept the hug, kind of confused, but thankful at the same time. And as they pull away, and Frank, you're not evil. And I'm going to cast Detect Good and Evil.
Okay.
Which, for the duration, which is 10 minutes, allows me to know if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead. But for the flavor of it, I'd like Reese to like open his hand and have like a lay of the land, and there might be blips on it, but
Okay.
the one immediately in front of him, there is none.
Nothing comes up.
There is no evil here. There's no red blip. There's only the good. There's you.
Thank you.
Frank.
Sorry, I was going to say, seeing you do that, I'm going to cast Protection from Good and Evil on Frike, just to prove a point.
Which one are you protecting from?
From evil, of course.
Damn it.
I'm good.
Okay.
So protection against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. And hopefully nasty daddies. But yeah, and just gonna just kind of can't really reach to chest. Well, actually, no, I'd like to think that like I want a bit of uppies, but I will put my hand over the mark and cast that on Frike.
So, and look, protection. There you go. Hopefully, no daddy types. The bad daddy types. Maybe the other type of daddies would be fine, but no bad daddy types. You may proceed, Reese.
Thank you, princess.
Mm-hmm.
And to another princess, I suppose. You know, the princess of the shadows does not have to follow in the footsteps of her father.
I imagine Connell and Wes are just kind of like I wouldn't say eavesdropping. They're just kind of like around the corner listening to this, and Connell like nudges Wes and says, "If you want to be part of our team, you gotta get on this." And Connell walks around the corner, and as he approaches, he's just like, "I'm not sure what you went through last night, Frank. From what it sounds like, it's shit. Can't do what these guys are doing, but..." And he takes out his shield and he kind of reverses into like... He kind of reverses himself so like the shield is facing out the ways, and he's like, his back is the Frike, and it's just like... You know, I've always got your back, and I've always got your front and every other angle, so no physical harm will come your way.
I just got a fun idea. She's going to kind of run forward and leap onto Connell's shoulders in a hug.
Cute.
Mommy backpack.
Mommy backpack. Yes.
Yes.
Be like those
And-
plushies, you know, with your backpacks, but it's Frike.
But it's fine.
A slight blip of evil.
I think she's going to remember, like, for a split second, like, the visual from the dream last night, and then think back to when Connell was possessed, and she was in a similar position, and she had to attack him to get the spirit out. And I think where she thinks no one else can see, she'd maybe recall which direction her fist went in, and she'd hit him on the side of his head, kind of where she once had to inflict pain when she didn't want to.
Hold on, what?
Are you punching Connell in the head right now?
No, she's kissing like where she had to hit him before. She'd kiss him once.
Oh, okay.
On the head.
I thought we were fighting right now.
No.
Man, y'all are
Oh, that
slow.
couldn't
I got
be
onto that
wrestling.
real quick.
But she would jump down and just kind of explain herself a bit more, that kind of review more of what she told Rhódania, and also just add that I felt I was sick to my stomach this morning because I know it was just one of his games again, but he showed me this, where we are now, and he showed me all of you, and you were all on the ground, not breathing. And it's why I got scared. I know it wasn't real, but I've been afraid that something like this might happen, and I know that's what he does. He plays on my worst fears. She'll look at each of you in turn and just go, I'm afraid that he'll use my love for all of you against me.
I'll put a paw on her back. Let him watch. Let him see. Let him find out what he's missing. And what's coming for him.
Connell puts a hand on the other's shoulder and just says, yeah, exactly what we said. He's feared. Like, once they fight against us, they can still try. And Connell kind of looks over his shoulder and kind of looks at Wes, and it's just like I in him, kind of saying, dude, you have to say something emotional now too.
Wes is right into you.
Like I said earlier, Frike will give him nightmares. Yeah.
Miss Frike, can I see your hand for a moment?
He'll give her right hand.
And Wes will put a vial and close the fingers. We've only had each other for a day, but I can infer much about you. When Assailant returned, you were there, standing strong against the most unknown terrors that another realm had to offer. And to me, for a Lady of the Shadows, that is the most divine gift about you. That in the face of the unknown, you have stood so strong. In the days to come, I think I will see that more. But for today, you truly are something more than celestial. And your friends have already proven that.
Thank you, Wes.
It's around about...
Poetic.
It's around about this time, Frike, a voice creeps into your mind.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay.
By means of the sending spell. So just so you're aware, you do have 25 words to respond to this message.
Uh-huh.
As a familiar voice creeps into your mind. One that you've not actually heard for some time.
Wait, is this thing on? Is this working?
My boy.
I don't know. Oh. Frank? If this works, I miss you. And the others. I found this really cool rock and
And it just stops.
My boy.
Oh.
Fatherhood.
Fatherhood.
Nope.
Not this father. Okay. Word counter.
We're all ready with fingers.
Okay.
Oh, she's prepped with word counter. That's
Yeah, I'm
what
doing word count
Mhm.
to make sure.
But for those of you at home, if that wasn't apparent
I
to you,
didn't do that.
that was the voice of another wild one that they had parted ways with. Brim Smallboy.
I got exactly 25 words ready for you.
Let's do it.
Ooh.
Brim. Hello, my friend. We miss you too. We're on our way to Zundanarg, if you can manage the trip. Please be safe. Love you.
Oh. Cool. Okay.
So we just randomly hear her.
I think so. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, it's a verbal spell.
Yeah. So you
and
you all hear everyone. You all hear Frike just start talking to Brim.
As soon as I hear her talking to Brim, I literally scream, like really happy. Just the name Brim just sets me off.
He told me he misses us. And he found a really cool rock, and it cut off from there, but...
Did he say anything else about the rock?
He just said it was really cool. I think he wasn't used to the sending spell yet.
So jealous.
Yeah.
Well,
I told him
Brim's
we were going to Zundanarg.
I don't know about you guys. I don't know how long we've got left till we need to be there, but it seems like, the town is doing alright. Do you think maybe we should fuck off?
Maybe.
Choice
We
words.
don't want to miss the... I heard some people say that's a way of going away, isn't it? But, yeah. I mean, it's not long before we see our young Connell fighting, is it? So we probably should catch up with them. Plus, I want to try one of these gravy cakes. They sound cool. Maybe that
Gravy. Gravy rings, and they're delicious. So good.
I'm still confused on the name. Could they not rebrand them? Anyway, I think we should go.
You're going against hundreds of years of tradition here. It's best just to accept it.
I don't care. I'm gonna judge it.
Before we go, Patch, could I just like write a little note to Tiefling boy Stefan and just mention that we're going to Zundanarg. Just mention that we're going to Zundanarg, and just if he wants to join us, just to let us know. Know where to find us.
Message received and understood.
Kiss. And I'm gonna leave behind a little vial of wild brew with it, like have it wrapped around the bottom, the little vial for him.
Oh, what was the vial that Wes gave Frike?
That is an elixir of boldness, which mechanically acts as a bless spell.
Ooh, cute.
A liquid bless.
And Patch, you don't have to roleplay this, but I think before we all get on the road, Wes would probably just check in just to make sure Rosie for short's all right, and just give her a big hug before leaving.
No.
Yeah. She reciprocates. And yeah, she's been looked after. She's got a couple of people that are helping her out and helping her get around as she does what she can to help. But she's mainly giving out instructions like people see her as a bit of a figurehead now.
Well, she has no legs at the moment, does she? So
No, she doesn't, unfortunately.
apart from, well, she had them for a short while with my stumps.
So she's literally just a figure head.
Yes, you could say.
Chest
Uh,
and arms.
I will add that joke to my vocabulary.
Bravo.
No, you weren't supposed to hear that.
My audio
Recommend pretty
sensors are
biscuit.
very specific.
Gift of gab.
Oh dear.
No, I won't. I'll let her
Michael.
have it too.
Michael.
There she is. Rosie.
Well, shall we?
We shall.
Okay.
On the road again.
So you pack up your things, you say your goodbyes, and you head off on your journey. Now, my question to you is, do you continue on your original route, which would take you back through the Hooker Branch Forest where Rhódania's house is, and to Zundanag, with a stop off at Merrinwind on the way? Or would you prefer to go a slightly different route? Or what's your preference? You have time to do the Merrinwind stop. It would cut your time a little bit shorter, but you still have time to do it if you wish.
Oh, do we want to see the aftermath of the honey heist?
That's the question.
Ooh.
Because I know that in the grand scheme of things, we are in a little bit of a time frame. So I'm probably going to fast track a lot of the travel to Zundanag. Rather than doing a check for each day, I might do a check for every couple of days. We've had something similar in the Wildman Chronicles. So that's how I'm thinking of proceeding with that.
Yeah. Through the
Hucklefuck.
forest, through Merriwind, Zunar.
Because the alternative that you could do is you could go through the forest and then into the Mithril Mountains, which is obviously an area which Connell knows quite well. That would be a way of skipping Merrinwind if you wished.
Roll for it.
That's up to you guys.
Well, we still got to go through the forest, regardless.
Yes, you do. Yeah. So you don't have to immediately make that decision.
Okay.
So it'll take you like 2 to 3 days to get back to the other side of the Hooker Branch. Chucklefuck Forest, whatever it was that you called it.
Hucklefuck.
The Chuckle Bros Forest.
Oh, God.
What?
No.
That's a deep
No.
cut for the UK ones there.
Yeah.
Didn't hear. Okay.
The Chuckle Brothers Forest.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
To me, to you.
So, for your journey through the Huckle Branch Forest, can I get a D20 from one of you?
I got a 9.
A 9.
Nine.
9.
Good night, Charlie.
Charlie.
Bye, Charlie. With a 9. Your journey through the Hooker Branch Forest remains mostly uneventful. The only really eventful thing is that there is like various changes in the weather. Like, like you set off and it's quite nice and sunny. There's a couple of storms that come through, so you have to like stop and take some shelter, every now and again. But you've literally just traveled this road not but a few days ago. So you don't get lost. Eventually you do come to the area where Rhódania's home is. It's exactly the same as you left it. I don't know if there's anything you want to do there as you stop off, or are you just like waving it off as you go past? Or
Check on the veggie boxes and shit, and maybe pick up a few more moon lotus flowers.
Absolutely. Yeah.
For each of us.
Mhm.
Hopefully get some seeds done for it.
Yeah. You head past the tree where you spoke to Morgan Treeman.
Still got the chest.
Well, it's not on the ground, so he must have reburied it.
Yeah, fair enough.
But, a few days later, you find yourself back through the other side of the Huckle Branch forest. You all get a long rest, obviously. And Merrinwind is within sight if you wish to go that direction. You can see there's a fork in the road at this point. There's one road that takes you to the Mithril Mountains, one road that takes you to Merrinwind. But if you'd rather make that decision next time, then we can cut to one of the many nights where you set up a campfire.
We get to play D&D.
Truth or dare?
Well, the night is yours. How do you want to do this?
Well, first, if y'all permit,
Campfire.
I will ritual cast alarm around the campfire. And for flavor, Wes is using a yo-yo to kind of string around. He's kind of doing tricks with the yo-yo to kind of string it around.
Nice.
Oh, adding a bit of flair, kind of like how Connell was earlier, but...
Yeah.
I see. Excellent.
I like it. I'm going to use Produce Flame to start a campfire for
Sure.
us. Okay. And while she does it, she kind of gives a wee bit of a sneeze, just because it's starting to get a little bit chilly now. So, yeah, there you go.
Reese is going to disappear for probably about an hour while they're setting up the camp.
Mm-hmm.
Break to nerd. I don't know why I said it that way, but whatever.
I love it. Though.
I'm going to, if there's a creek nearby,
Sure.
I'm going to go find a little creek,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to
In it up.
kind of set down my necklace and look up at the moon next to the creek, kind of find a little flat patch or a flat rock or something. And I have no spell, so this is just going to be me RPing, but I'm going to sit there and I am going to pray, and I'm going to ask for guidance because this male divine figure that Frike talked about is weighing on Reese's mind. So I'm going to just kind of, in a chatting kind of form of prayer, formal amens and how blah blah,
Mm-hmm.
Opening the prayer or whatnot. I'm just kind of sit there and chat with the moon, and say if there's this is kind of concerning, this figure that Frike talked about, and I don't know where to begin to try and find out information about this figure. I know that there's male divines, but I've never heard of anything that would align themselves to someone so dark. I'm not asking for anything right now, just in the future. Maybe I'm just talking right now, and that's okay, but I don't know, it's weighing on my mind, and I thought I would share my mind a bit. Anyway, and just keep rambling a little bit, but not expecting anything. Just kind of chatting. So.
Okay. You'll get any response of any kind, but there is a point where you're really sort of seeking some reassurance, some concern that you're expressing. And you just feel the ever so slight increase of temperature in the breeze around you to a comfortable level, which you can't help but interpret as a sign that you're being listened to. At least that's how you choose to interpret.
When I'm done, I'll slowly waddle my way over to the rest of the crew.
Mm-hmm. Who are doing what?
I like to think that Rhódania has waddled as well over to Wes. Just kind of before sitting down. I'm assuming they're sitting down. So,
Place for a wee one.
Hey. Hey.
Hey. How you doing? I just want to say that what you said to Frike earlier was very eloquent and very kind.
That was laced with truths. You couldn't say anything so eloquent unless it was truthful, right?
You say?
just kind of sits down next to Wes.
So, how you getting on? Hopefully, Connell hasn't been too hard on you. I know that both of you were kind of bitching at each other earlier.
No, that's just our relationship. We don't actually hate each other. If I wanted to attack him personally, I would know how. But that's the boys being boys. Listen, this is a very interesting and pointed question. You just came from a whole nother realm, got back, watched one of your friends, Rosie for short, well, decapitated. How are you all doing? Because it sounds like Miss Reich didn't get any sleep. Big Cat just tends to disappear on his own. Arnold can't aim for shit. And you are the only stable one of the group.
Stable? Far from it, pal. Nah, I'm nothing. I'm just a wee cat. I don't know, I just want to make people happy, I suppose. I wouldn't say I'm stable. Gone through a lot of shit myself. Still am going through that shit. I suppose thanks for the compliment.
All compliments are laced in truths.
Do you know how I'm feeling? I'm just a bit... I worry about my friends a lot. And it worries me more when they start shutting off. And... yeah, I guess I'm trying to be strong for everyone.
Does that happen a lot with this group? Just shutting down on you?
Suppose sometimes, maybe, at least is what I feel. We do talk it out a lot, but also, you know, everyone's got their own way of kind of coping. Just can't help but worry. You know.
Well.
I was, sorry.
No, you're okay. You just seem a little stressed. So, I'm here to lend an ear. I don't know what's going through everyone right now. I've only had you for 24 hours, so I can't quite get a gauge on you. It takes me usually a weekend. You can ask Connell about that. So, let me not shut you out. Let me put an ear to your concerns.
I know this sounds silly. I know there's probably some dark shit happening, but part of me just kind of wants to ignore it and shut down myself and just, you know, have some nice fun, silly adventures with my friends. I don't know, it takes me a fair bit to try and, like, open up to some people, in a way. I don't even know who I am myself most days. I'm talking rubbish. Sorry, ignore me, Wes. I'm just talking rubbish. Just get a bit nervous.
Yeah, you've only had me for 24 hours, so you can't get a gauge on me.
Why do you keep saying that? We've only had you. What do you mean? Sounds a bit sexy in a way, but sorry, I get really nervous when I'm around. Yeah, forget what I said. Forget what I said. I talk shit. I'm sure you'll get to know us pretty well. They're a great bunch. I mean, I love them all, and to be honest, I think it would have been great if you met Bob. He was odd, but fun. Odd Bob.
Odd Bob.
Yeah.
If I ever meet this Bob, I'll know exactly what to call him.
So what was it like when you and Connell knew each other a few years ago? Was he the same kind of little sod, or is he, was he much different?
Mostly same old sod, just younger. We tease each other a lot because that's what we did during the Best of Earthy competition. Something that usually gets held for all the kids who are up and coming. He and his mom were there, and I just stumbled into the competition because I thought it was fun. And I nearly beat him, but the poor boy saw him at the finish line trying his hardest, and I really just couldn't let him lose. Break his heart like that? No, I couldn't do that. But kind of looks over at Connell, kind of leans in. He's actually a friend. Don't tell him I said that.
Your secret's safe with me.
Good, because if he finds out, I'm in deep fucking trouble.
And, what about you, mysterious wee man Wes? Tell us about yourself if you're going to be traveling with us.
Well, nothing that I haven't already presented. Your wild brew has interested me for a long time, and fate, chance, or circumstance, I have found you. And in fact, the very vial of potion that I gave to Miss Frike has a little bit of your wild brew in it.
Oh, shit.
No, it's okay. I've been working on the recipe. I've nailed it down to a few. But it's a good one. Goes to prove that what you're doing makes a lot of sense and can do a lot of good. Just takes a while for folks to figure that out, you know?
But I'm meaning before the whole brew stuff. I mean, where are you from? Do you have siblings? Do you...
Oh, yeah, well, my big sister, well, little big sister, runs our dad's toy shop now, so I bug her every now and then.
What's her name?
Avery.
Oh. What about your mum?
Oh, she's taking a trip. She's been out of town for a while. I haven't heard from her or my dad, but, they're probably really busy. And you can see he's just visibly uncomfortable as he's trying to, describe this to you.
She puts
They'll
her
respond
paw on,
back.
she puts a paw on his arm and says,
I haven't seen my mum and dad in a while either. I spoke to my mum by Sending Stone a while back. Told them we're going to Sundamarg, but before that... I mean, I don't remember. Apparently, it's been a few hundred years since I've seen them, maybe. But... I don't remember.
You must have come from the Great Reconvergence.
Apparently. I mean, I'm talking too much.
and she's just very uncomfortably doing what I'm doing now, just kind of just stroking that bit of her fur.
Yeah.
Reese is watching this. I'm like, this is a train wreck. I'm gonna go up to Chronia, and I'm going to give her guidance.
Thank you.
And I'm going to sit down on a log, kind of adjacent. So, where did you come from, Wes? Kind of patting Chronia.
And just kind of like giving him the look, giving Reese the look of like,
I think I might have said too much, but also I don't know how much he should know because we're all in a party together.
kind of look.
It's quite a look.
It's
That's a big look.
it kind of goes a bit like, it's like,
Well, Big Cat, I'm actually west of Aurelia and south of Erathond. Small little town where most gnomes come from. They got too small for me.
Either of those.
Did you come from the Great Reconvergence too?
No. Kind of. Maybe? No.
It's
Not
okay.
really.
This is a safe space. We can all talk about the Great Reconvergence together.
roll a perception check. Anyone else listening?
Do I want to deceive?
Oh, sure.
No, I said perception, not deception.
No, I'm talking
Anyone
about
in the
deception.
trees. Oh, okay. Oh, shady business here.
Have you heard about the Isle of Galea?
First time I'm hearing
So,
it.
from your perspective, I suppose, yes, I would come from the Great Reconvergence. But in reality, we never left. We were just cut off from the rest of the world for a couple thousand years.
Or a couple hundred, however much it was.
Thousands.
And he's got like a notebook out at this point, which is full of like chicken scratch writing. Fascinating. And you said the name was
Wow,
your
you
home.
forget really fast.
I can be a bit
Vicious
of an
mockery.
What's your save?
Not really.
Damn it.
What was? Do you
They
want me
just put it
to?
on
Okay,
You want?
I will. Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah, what's the save?
It's a 13.
Oh. 16.
I'm just testing you.
This conversation did not converge the way I think it was going to go. But
It
now
never
I'm curious
does.
about
You're so funny.
Shh. Galea. The Isles of Galea.
Isles of Galea is not in the notebook, so I will put that in there. Perfect. I think as he's doing that too, he's also making a little caricature of you just in there.
Don't mess up the nose.
Trying not to. Just stay stable. Put it there. Perfect.
Make sure
I'm
you
just
get the
kinda-
spot on the left side.
I'm tugging at Reese's cloak and just kind of try and pull him in just so I can get his ear. Just like,
Reese,
Much too much.
should I tell him about princess stuff, but don't tell him my real name? Or should I just tell him everything? I don't know.
In your own time. I mean, it's only been 24 hours since we've had him.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Don't know, I just feel like I don't want to, like, keep things away from people. But yeah, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe. Because, I mean, if he's talking about this whole reconvergence stuff, he might know stuff that we don't know. He'll be able to help us on it. Especially if it means came back to my family.
Maybe save it a bit, because he's also holding back too.
I know, I noticed that. Doing?
It's
Had to
I'm
get
gonna
Kind of looks up to Wes.
mage hand, and it's just going to be like really hard to see through the mage hand. He's not going to be able to see us.
You can't see
Like
this.
super opaque, but slightly see
Dun,
through.
dun, dun, dun.
just disappeared. I knew it was something on the wind.
Oh God.
Is anyone hungry? Would anyone like any food? No,
I'm always.
that's me then.
Always.
Sure.
I can eat.
Is that? Oh, okay then. Cool.
And with that, I'm gonna use my cook's utensils to kind of make us some grub.
Mhm.
Some hubbub grub. What does that do again? So I'm gonna make some special food. Ha ha. For everyone. So why haven't I not used this before? So I can choose to increase Constitution or Wisdom score by 1 to a maximum of 20. That's interesting.
Oh.
Game proficiency. I'm confused reading this, but I'm just gonna make some special food for us.
You make some special food. We're here to support you.
I'll let you read it if you want, Pat. My brain no worky tonight.
It's fine. I mean, it's probably not going to come up tonight, so we
Exactly.
can learn it
Just
for next time.
flavor.
Yeah.
Just for flavor.
You make
I
some
everyone
really
some
special food.
Yeah. I'd like to think that she makes some sort of like frittata, Russian
Okay.
rise frittata sort of thing for everyone.
Yeah.
Russians rice frittata. Okay. Yeah.
Ooh.
Coming to a subway near you.
Mm.
Don't need to tell me twice.
There you go. Try not to eat too quickly. You burn your gob. Go.
Burn my what? Oh my gosh!
You're a fucking idiot. Don't you listen?
Prestidigitation. I'm gonna cool it down to the perfect temperature. Look over.
Did you do that to mine as well, Reese? Thank you. Danke.
And I'm gonna pull out a vial of iced wild brew. I've been brewing away for the last couple of days.
Mhm.
Because don't always have to have hot drinks with hot food. You could just completely ruin our tummies.
There you go. Have some ice brew. There you go. You want some, that is, of course.
Connell cracks open the can.
Yeah, it is. But it can.
Cracking open a cold one with the boys.
Oh.
Heyo.
Is this mild brew or wild brew?
Mild brew. It's
Okay.
iced mild brew. So yeah, so it's like the Arizona kind of iced tea stuff in a can.
Don't forget, for my research purposes, you need to tell me what flavors you are having in your mouths. And if there's any kind of like tingling sensations or anything like that, because I am working on them and trying to make, I was saying to Frank earlier that I've been working on the mild brew, so it's not just, plain tea. Maybe it can help people with their brains. So we all have bad brains sometimes.
Agreed.
Take a bite of the food. Take another bite.
Could take a beat, please.
They're real good.
Yeah, I've been working really hard on some recipes. Maybe next time I can add some extra bits and bobs, depending on where we go next. Maybe I'll pick some cool stuff in Zindanarg, spices and shit.
With the 2 gold that I have, I will give it to you.
All right. I'll use it. I've got some reserves of gold.
Speaking of gold, guys,
Enough of that.
as Connell's like eating a sandwich and drinking his hashtag not Pepsi. On our way to Zunanark and Morrowind, how about we pick up like a little job along the way? Reese
What do you have in mind?
I don't know. Maybe along the way, if we find like a wanted board or like a quest board, we could find something along the way. Maybe you never know. There's usually bandit camps along these parts. I don't know. Just do our part, make some cash along the way. Sometimes there could be someone lost up in the mountains. You never know.
Adventuring parties taking up quests, a bit like what we did last time with the board on the in the town. Yeah.
I do that.
I just hope we don't get possessed again this time, eh, pal?
I'll do my best.
There.
I think as she's eating, she'll maybe fit in between mouthfuls. I know we've had this food for a little less than 24 hours, but it is really very good, Rhódania. Great job.
Yeah.
Man, I could be having this for 24 hours more if I could.
You can be having it any day you like. I'll keep trying and trying.
Yep.
You can have some more now if you like.
Just kind of winks over at Wes when she says that.
I love the mild jabs that are going on.
Yeah.
I'm taking it all in.
Yeah, you are, baby.
I don't know how much time we have for an adventure though. Sorry, wrapping around. It's getting close. I think we're gonna make it to Zundanark just in time.
There'll be some pest control in the way. You never know.
Yeah. There's always there's always some evil afoot or some like mischievous acts. So like if a competent adventuring party like us plus Weiss is here, we can do whatever you can.
You're right about that.
True.
I like money.
Of course you would.
Something that you and I have in common. Right, well, I'm going to maybe put my head down, or if anyone wants to do it first, like, how are we doing for, does anyone want to stay up and keep an eye on the camp?
I'll do first watch.
We'll both do first watch.
Cool.
You do have the alarm set up.
I know, just RPing.
Yeah, we can still.
I don't trust
Let
it.
us do D&D, Patch.
You D&D away. Be my guest.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
going to
trust it.
try and find a spot to lie down.
Yeah, I'm gonna up the Frike gets a full night's rest. She needs it.
Okay. She'll probably, like, if Rhódania goes to lie down, she'll probably stick close by her.
Spoon!
Pretty much.
Can I be the big spoon?
Sure.
And backpack kitty.
Or back biscuits to go with the titty biscuits.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if you turn around, I can give you the titty bitties. Titty bitties? Yeah, but...
Titty bitties. Well, someone add that to the quotes channel.
Titty bitty.
Turn around, I can give you the titty bitties. Oh, that's good.
Titty biscuits.
Oh, God.
Them tiggle titty bitties.
Bitty bitty committee.
There we go. There's 5 bits from Matey for
There's some
titty
titty
bitties.
bitties.
Oh,
There
you're
we go.
talking.
Diddy bitty.
So, who's taking first watch then?
Connell and Reese.
Colin or Reese? Okay, and then second watch?
I can.
Wes?
I will take the last watch because I gotta get cooking in the morning.
Okay. Well, we only typically do 2 watches, so.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll take the last watch then.
Okay. Are you and Feronia?
Mhm.
Okay. So, first watch commences. Reese, give me that perception check.
Good thing my wisdom is really high today. That is 16.
16, okay. You feel pretty confident that nothing has escaped your attention. The night remains calm, and your watch uneventful, apart from whatever RP you have cooked up.
So, were you able to talk to your goddess when we were in the other place?
That's a loaded question.
Have you had your daily moral epiphany yet?
I'm going to
In other
go
words.
get like another spoonful of the leftover food from dinner. And I'll just like shove it in my mouth and like think how I want to say this.
Well, let's just hope we don't have to be traveling to different material planes again. I did speak with Amira. But she was distant. Instead, I was able to talk to a different goddess of the moon. Of a moon, rather. I don't know how deep you want me to go about this.
Only with what you're comfortable with.
I just
Like, it's a very personal thing between you and them. I just wanted to make sure that you were still able to get in touch with her, because I know you were trying to when we were there.
I did. It was just it was very strange. One seeing 2 moons in the sky. The star patterns were not right, and going from one place that was so warm to one place that's so cold in a blink of an eye, and then talking to a goddess that is foreign to our world. It's kind of mind expanding, and not in the way that I want it to expand.
Yeah, it's very it feels like something just way out of our depth, you know? Like, we've been handling pretty well against most of the convergence events that's been thrown our way, but that was a whole different kettle of fish. Also going up against whoever those 2 army generals were in the other place. out of our depth completely.
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't speak. I was the one to speak, I suppose. I didn't like them.
Nah.
It's actually got me really worried. And then the goddess I spoke to, the way she talked to me was very territorial.
Almost like you were trespassing?
Not so much trespassing. I mean, maybe a little bit, but more of she had a possible new plaything. And I don't like being looked at that way. She was just as curious as I was, of course. You know, something so foreign and new. What secrets do you hold? Where can I go kind of thing? And it was very different. But she couldn't reach me.
And you haven't had another connection from the other places, goddess? Like she hasn't tried to get in touch since we've come back?
No. Of course, I haven't tried to make the connection either.
That's probably for the best. Like we're back here now. Like we don't want to, as best as we can, we don't want to mess with what's over there.
No.
Do you think that place has a name? You just keep calling the other place.
For me, that's what it's going to stay as. The other world. I don't want to go back, but I feel like that's not the last time we see it.
That wasn't where you're from, right?
No. I'm from here. I'm as much Rhódanian as you are.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if that's where Bob's from.
He said language is weird for him. He comes from a place where he doesn't have to learn language. And they were speaking from their mouths, so I doubt it. I don't know, though. Maybe. Do you think Frank's dad had something to do with it?
It's hard to say. Like, Pat, can you remind us if did we meet her dad? Or did we just get, like, a vision?
You didn't specifically meet Frank's dad, no.
Okay. We've only heard from him from Frank?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I mean, it's hard to say, like, how you... Moving a whole town from one place to another, like, I don't know if any one person's capable of that. I don't care how powerful they are. Like, sure, he's able to tap into her dreams and whatnot, but I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. It's one thing to cross planes and even give dreams, but it's another to move an entire town across material planes. Plural. That's so weird.
Yeah, like he's again, like one person. I don't care how strong you are. Like that's a big feat for anything. That isn't.
It really is.
It's interesting though. Like those 6 lights. It wasn't like some kind of spell or some kind of. Or is that just what the convergence looks like?
Here's to say, I've never seen a convergence event in person. The moon is high in the sky. I think it's time that we wake up the others.
Yeah. Good talk. And he like gives you like a little pat in the back.
Reese will go in for a hug.
Oh. Hugs are nice. And he like hugs back.
You hear a minor purring when you hug back.
Oh.
Thank you, Connell. I'm glad you're here, and what you like to say is that you're a shield of the Wyld Ones. We're a shield to you, too.
Yeah.
I hope you know that.
Absolutely. Thanks, Reese. He gives you a little scratch in the behind the ear, and then goes over to like Wes, and like he just like grabs Wes's bag and goes up again.
Oh man, I just feel like I've been moved by a rock formation. What's going on?
Jesus.
Oh, wow, not the best thing to wake up to. All right, let's get Rhódania.
I'll go over to Rhódania and give her scratches.
Hey, it's your turn. It's your turn.
Not the biscuits. Alright.
Enveloped in the titty biscuit.
Which is just doing it in her
Lost the
sleep.
tit.
Rhódania, it's your turn.
Alright, okay, fine. Anything to report, pal?
Kind of like,
No, it's cold, and I'm taking your spot.
Alright, just enjoy the titty bitties.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Okay. So, can I get a roll from either Rhódania or Wes?
I give it to Rhódania.
Okay. Perception check.
Danke. I'm using my inspiration for that because I rolled a nat 1.
Ooh.
I
Ew.
know. What do I don't. God damn it! I rolled a 5.
Okay.
Oh no.
It's not a 1.
Let's go.
Oh wait, perception. No, 10 then.
A 10. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Then that's better than a 5.
We fighting tonight.
You feel fairly confident that there's no dangers lurking in the shadows or anything. You are a little distracted because you are sharing this watch with Wes.
Hey, boy. Oh, we're
Funny.
fine. It's okay. What?
Hey, I've been trying to get your attention for the past 2 minutes. Hold on. Here.
What?
We'll go into his bandolier. It's gonna go bad in the morning. You might as well try what your wild brew has created, and gives you a elixir of shielding, which gives you a +1 AC.
Oh, even more easy color. Yes, please. Thank you. Brill. Right, well, I'm like, all right, are you gonna take one? Do you want some?
Oh, I've got one. I'm just taking the high road, and I will, as an action, ingest my elixir of flying, and I will start to float and circle around the camp.
Okay.
I'm gonna chug mine then as well, after seeing him do that.
You don't fly.
I know I don't fly. I know. But she likes to think that'll happen too.
Oh, it doesn't make me fly, no. Alright, you look cool, though.
Oh, I'm just trying to be proactive. It's been a while since I've been into the forest. I had some trouble here a couple of years back, so I thought maybe I'd just get a better eye on it.
Oh, when were you in the forest? Maybe we saw each other.
Oh, you might have. Well, probably a year or two ago.
Still here?
You were still here. Then you might have seen a strange, tall gnome running away from a bunch of forest creatures. That was me.
I'm gonna roll a history check for that, see if I actually did see it.
Go for it.
A 19?
19.
You've
seen a lot of people. You've seen a lot of people be chased by woodland critters in these lands.
Mm-hmm.
You've only ever seen a gnome chased once.
Oh my god, was that you? I remember that. Oh my god, it was so funny. Me and Forage were having a wee bit of our brew. We were just kind of like doing the testing of it. And I thought we were seeing things. It's hilarious. Why are you getting chased?
I was doing investigating where I shouldn't have been investigating.
Oh, you being a naughty boy, were you?
I am always a naughty boy.
Well, naughty boy, why don't you, let me see from your perspective. Give us a lifty up. I want to fly too.
You'll kind of lower down. Do you trust me?
Oh my god! It's my childhood right there.
What do you say?
We've only got a few more minutes. You want to try it?
Yeah.
Just gonna grabs his hand
And
link
we'll kind of
my
keep
arms around his neck.
I've never actually taken anyone flying before.
First time for everything. I'm not too heavy, am I?
No, not at all.
If I
And just
wasn't,
my tail just kind of like loops around one of his like around his waist. I like to think. Just, else is
It
happening.
might be easier if you're just on my back. Hold on, and he'll kind of just lower a little bit. Want to just climb on? Makes it easier. I can steer better.
I don't know. I think I'm good for. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's easier. That's kind of like being cradled a little bit, but yeah.
So just gonna climb on his back and just like, oh my god, oh my god.
If that's what you want to call it. And we'll just kind of scan a little bit, just the perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have eyes on anything, do you? Looks particularly quiet tonight.
Yeah. I've got my eyes on something. Yeah. It might have just been a bug, though.
A bug from this distance?
Oh, I'm dark. I can see things in the dark,
Oh, that would explain a lot, actually. I've always had trouble seeing in the dark.
Well, I can see for you in the dark if you like.
Actually, could you?
Yeah. I mean, if we ever get into a dark place, you can always just hold my paw.
Oh, I appreciate it, but I've got goggles.
Okay. Okay. Never mind then. God, just you try, but Jesus.
What was that?
Nothing.
I'm tempted to make you roll psychic damage for that.
Me?
Oh no.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Have you been having a nice time? Yeah. Oh no. So, do you have a you and Rosie, are you like a thing? Or you just friends? Or what's that all about?
Oh, it's kind of embarrassing. Kind of look up at the moon for a second. Oh, I'm going to regret this. Rosie is the first friend I ever made.
Why are you sorry about that?
Because it means I spent 12 years without a friend.
Darling. That's... The only people that have missed out have been the others who didn't become friends with you.
And she just very nervously gives Wes a kiss on the back of his neck when she says that.
You feeling sick back there? I can lower us down.
Sorry, I just slipped a little bit. Yeah. But no, yeah, they're very unfortunate. The people who decided not to be friends with you. But now look at you, you got loads of friends. I mean, I know how lonely it can be to be by yourself. It happened to me when I woke up in the forest here. I woke up in a dewy morning, I think it was. And I just remember looking up at the sky, seeing between the trees, and it was a few days before I realized I was actually entirely alone. And then about a month came by, and then that's when I met Forage. And then, I'm not sure how long it was before I met Reese and the others, but I think it might have been quite some time. So I know what it's like to be alone. You're not alone anymore.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was getting worried. Well. Shall we complete the watch before they ask what happened to you? You seem very sick. You're just kind of leaning into me and really just tugging at my waist. I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe you're sick. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done
Oh,
this.
no. I'm not
I
sick.
knew
It's just heights are a little bit crazy sometimes, you know.
Yeah, no worries about it, and just kind of descend. Don't worry about it. We're good. We're good. I'm so sorry. Why don't you get some rest? I need to make some brews anyways, so we can talk in the morning.
I can make some brews with you. Yeah? Show you a thing or two. In fact, I'm actually quite interested in what your process is, if you don't mind. If we are going to be working together after all.
Still 90-10?
100.
I got that deal bad. Well, that's on me. All right.
I might be
might be
able to
fun.
give you a couple of bits if you get bonuses, you know.
That's fair.
Okay. So, the whole thing, when you're making the brew, you need to...
Right.
Yeah? So you need to pour it in really, really gently, and then do a big ka-dunk, ka-dunk. That gives it its
Seems like a
fizz.
lot. The vial's too small for that much.
Well, I usually make them in batches, that's why. And then you put them in the vials.
That's what it is. You gotta do the batch first before the vials. Why didn't I think of that?
Told you, you're missing out with me.
Well, I have the creator this time. I don't have to work with the small drops that I've had before.
No. You got the good stuff now. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Just remember, pour slowly and then ka-dunk, ka-dunk.
Slowly and ka-dunk, ka-dunk.
Ka-dunk, ka-dunk.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh no, it's over. Hold on. I gotta get. Hold on. I need a towel. Oh shoot.
Gets her robe and just kind of...
Too much
You can't-
ka-dunk, ka-dunk.
Not enough ka-dunk, ka-dunk. You need soul on the wrist.
Look at the rest.
And then just like the bits that have kind of like landed in her robe, she's just gonna squeeze it.
There you go. It gives it a bit of extra flavor as well. Just
Gonna squeeze it into like the bottle.
there you go.
That's sanitary?
Hey, of course it is. Reese cleans it for me sometimes. Yeah, there you go.
Sake.
The rest of your watch
I'm sorry.
goes by uneventful, other than whatever's going on there.
Make it brew.
You make as many brews as you like. As the morning comes and we draw tonight's session to a close, on the edges of the Hucklefuck Forest, whatever it is you call it,
Huckle fuck.
one last thing before we close tonight. As our view pulls away from this scene, we go to the city of Zundanark. It's daytime. It's one of the days leading up to the tournament. No specific one. We see a large coliseum in the center of the city. We see lots of people at work getting things ready for this big fighting tournament. You can see posters for it all around the city, and people attaching signs to the posters saying officially sold out. This is shaping up to be the biggest event in the calendar for Zundanark. As our view pulls into the Colosseum, where the ring is being constructed, at the center we see Thrasham. And we can see bandages across his chest. Where this mark was, it looks like he may have had something done to it as an attempt to fix it, though. From what we can see, unsure of the results. He's talking to a bunch of the organizers. And he shakes hands with one of them and turns to walk away. And you can see a few people training and sort of goes over, gives them a few pointers. And then he turns towards one of the many entrances into the main arena itself. And is approached by a hooded figure. Hello, Lord Thrasham, sir. I was hoping. Are the entries for the tournament still open? And Thrasham says, yes, of course. we are looking for the brightest and the finest across all the lands. He's looking at this individual. It looks quite old. It's like, we do have a age limit. He said, oh, no, it's not for me. I've been training someone, and they show great promise and skill, and I think they are in with a good chance. It's like, well, that sounds rather wonderful. He looks, and there is another figure stood behind. Well, we're certainly open to new contenders. What do we call you? And they lift the hood down. Well, I guess you could call me Kimura Asoro. And that's where we'll end tonight's session. So, a big thank you to all my wonderful players and everyone who's tuned in tonight. It's been a privilege and a pleasure to be back after last week. So, look at those faces.
Oh, Mike.
Friends, let's go around the table. If you'd be so kind, please reintroduce yourselves. Plug anything you've got to plug, and give us your favourite moment from the session. Sorry, Sasha. We've already way overrun, like I should have been in bed ages ago, but the RP was too good. You can catch the pod, though. I'll give you the rundown on what happened on Wednesday. But yes, friends, please reintroduce yourself, plug anything you've got to plug, and give us your favourite moment from the session, starting with Rhódania.
Hello, I am Mai, aka Mart the Pirate. I played Rhódania, or Circle of Stars K's Kitty Feely's Druid, creator and connoisseur of the Magic Wild Brew. You can find me on social media as Mart the Pirate. I've recently started doing streaming on YouTube, and I've gone back to streaming on Twitch as well, which is really cool. You can also find me not just here on Monday nights, you can also find me here on Wednesday nights as our not so eloquent College of Eloquence, Kitsune Bard, Rogue, Jimothy Brassfangs III, Esquire, in the Wildmount Chronicles. Also, every other Saturday, you can find me as part of the cast of Dark of Xerixis as Athdara Aelig Nagova, my barbarian bloodhunter dwarf, over on Phoenix Wacky's channel as well. Also, look out for some extra wee bits coming up on that channel too. And favorite moment, I would say, probably the Aladdin reference. But Aladdin reference, titty bitties, and just basically the whole like Frike and Rhódania moment when she was confiding in her about, well, after she was making a chunder, about the dream, and just I feel like I don't know, just I felt like there was some sort of wisdom about Rhódania tonight, in that regard, and yeah, just the nice little bonding session with that, and potentially the burnage of Rhódania's crush.
Scandalous.
Crashed and burned.
Thank you so much. Pat Toons, aka Connell.
Hello, I am aka Pat Toons, and Connell and Patrick, all in one. I sometimes draw art, but Monday nights I play Connell again as a urchin as a night fighter. Nothing to plug. I am at Pat Toons on TikTok, at Pat.Toons on Instagram, and on Friday I will be saving Hyrule from the evil Ganon, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Super hyped for that. Oh god, my mind's already racing for like shit that's going to happen with like that post-credit thing, because like I was like, oh, this is happening, and then I was like, oh wait, this is the connection to the thing that's happening. Oh my god. But favorite moment, I really like the back and forth between Frike and her dad. Like, I feel like that is like a lot of like subtext, so I feel like rewatch that in the VOD would be like super important, as well as the fucking travesty that was Wes shutting down every single advance Rhódania was making, and it was fucking delicious.
Yeah, it seems tonight was not the night for romance.
No, she was trying to make a move, but it doesn't. She's no.
Did you not look at his character sheet? He's resistant against Riz.
Yes, what?
Riz.
Is Riz resistant?
He's resistant.
Knew it should have kept charm person.
There's always next time. Thank you so much. Speaking of failed romances, Ez.
What are your intentions with my daughter, you madman? Hi, friends. I'm Mike, Grim in Chat. You'll find me here hanging out with these guys on Mondays, and I'm on QuestJunkiesUK every other week. Thing to plug. So, some of you may know, Patch would know especially, No Kid Hungry is coming back to the Wackyverse, which means it's a great cause to help kids get fed. So, during this whole week, there will be a wonderful No Kids Hungry stream, culminating at the very end with some very special guests in a spectacular one-shot. $1 feeds 10 children. You don't have to donate, that's okay. I understand that it can be tough sometimes, but just getting the word out is great enough. You're gonna love his content. If you love Phoenix, you're gonna love what he does here for No Kid Hungry. It's always fantastic. Favorite moment of the session? As you know, Patch, I'm a connoisseur of getting my feelings hurt and dream sequences. So naturally, anytime we get to dive in to Frike and see her daddy, who I assumed was Emperor Palpatine, turned out to be Darth Vader. But that's fantastic. All nicely culminating at the end with that nice big old group hoorah right before leaving Assailant. So I'm a sucker for those sorts of things.
I will point out as well, Kimura is dead. Like, I'm not retconning anything. That's an established fact.
That is an established fact. No way it could be otherwise.
Necromancy exists. That's fucking.
So, we'll see. Thank you so much. Freak.
Everyone, I am the Shatterkai, Way of the Long Death, traumatized goth mommy tonight. Wow, like, how could you pick a favorite moment, really? I think Nick and Rhódania being in the same boat of, like, the so close, and yet so far romance was one of my favorites.
It was.
You gotta keep him chasing.
Unless you smack him around the face and be like, just love me, goddammit!
Just like a quick shake. Gotta try that. Something to plug? A couple weeks time now. I am, oh my god, I'm gonna run vampire on this channel. Totally freaking out. And may or may not have convinced someone else at this table to join us as well.
Oh my gosh.
And I did.
God, Wyatt.
I did mention a few weeks ago that I was going to be doing lore drops, so since we were off last week, I will do 2.
Oh, yes.
So, for all you vampire peeps, 3 songs on the playlist give a clue as to what the overall setting is. And those of you who are in the group have the playlist. One of our players also has a sister that they did not know existed. And I will leave it at that.
Well, that's fascinating and terrifying at the same time. But yes, QuestJunkies' first foray into Vampire the Masquerade, coming very, very soon to a Twitch stream near you, featuring first time ever having a guest GM on the channel. Very excited. And if anything, you can come and watch me fail at attempting to be an attractive vampire. Because I still don't know how that's gonna work out. We'll find out. It's gonna be fun.
We'll all learn how to flirt together. It's fine.
Exactly.
We will. And if you want to keep up to date on all that, there's the link for the Discord where we'll post all the information. And yeah, we're looking forward to that. And last but never ever least, Reese.
Hello there, my friends. My name is Wyatt. I play Reese, our wonderful College of Whispers bard and life cleric, multi-class. He's a tabaxi, is a wonderful cat, and I think today I actually roleplayed that he purred for the first time.
You did?
A few times.
A
Yeah.
few times,
Love
yeah,
it.
2 times, 2 times.
We
yeah.
loved it.
Learn a few things from Rhódania.
Yeah, it's cats. So I don't have a lot to plug, except for the fact that I might do a stream tonight on my own channel. So if you want to go over and follow me over on Twitch, I will be talking about my experience at Convergence if I do it tonight. It'll be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to that. That being said, I just got back from Convergence this morning, super early at like 1 a.m. my time, and it was like crazy. Had a ton of fun. I'm really excited about a lot of the content that I was able to make and the people that I met and the friends that I made. So a lot of fun. Besides that, you can find me as the Moonkeep across all platforms except Twitter, because I do not like Twitter. And I think that is it. My favorite moment of the evening, I have to say, is Reese giving Connell a hug for the first time. Like Reese, like, that was the first like hug that he gave, not just received. So I think character development, yeah.
Yay!
I think that's what I liked.
We love to see it.
Yes.
I have been Patch. I'm a Dungeon Master. I played everybody else. You can find me here all the time, Mondays and Wednesdays at the usual slots. Every other Friday and Saturday on Phoenix Iwaki. You can see me as a player instead of a DM. Thank you for the biddies. The titty biddies. And yeah, we've got the Vampire the Masquerade coming up in a few weeks' time. At the end of the month, we have Sanctuary, a Wildmount Chronicle. Our fundraising one-shot for the WWF. No, not the Wrestling promotion. The World Wildlife Fund. We're raising money for wonderful causes and telling a wonderful story. Featuring one of the characters from the Wildmount Chronicles, Mercy, played by the ever-fantastic Janasikwa. As we tell a certain element of their backstory in a little more detail. Featuring a rather fantastic cast. We are almost ready to announce it. We just got one last little thing to start up first, and then we will be announcing the cast. So keep an eye on the social medias for that. I'm very excited. I'm very, very, very excited for this. It's going to be amazing. And I don't think I've publicly announced this yet, so I will do now. Next month, the week commencing June the 19th, I've taken the week off of work because we are going to be doing a fundraising event across the entire week, across both the Monday and Wednesday streams. We're going to be doing a stream on the Friday. We're going to be doing a stream on the Saturday. Possibly more. I don't know. We'll see. As part of Pride Month, we are going to be raising money for the Kaleidoscope Trust, which is a fantastic charity here in the UK that gives support and funding across the entire world for the LGBTQ community, and does some really incredible work. So we are going to be doing some fun stuff there. I can't wait to talk about it. We've spoken to some interesting names in the community, we'll say, to get some involvement, and I'm very excited to talk about that. And it's going to be so gay. Let me tell you. I can't wait. It's going to be fabulous. So yeah, keep an eye on the social medias for more information about that. Favorite moment for me? There were so many. But because most of them have been already picked, I'm going to pick one that hasn't been picked, which was just the whole axe throwing segment was just mwah. And that perfectly timed natural 20. See, the dice always know. The dice always tell the right story. You gotta love it. So yeah, I think that's my favourite. So, much love to you all, friends. We are going to go a raiding. I do believe our dear friend Sasha at the Weird Lobster wanted to suggest someone. Please do. I'm always up for suggestions for raids. So, yeah. Until then, we're going to love you and leave you. So, friends, stay safe, be wonderful, be awesome, be creative, tell your stories, and we hope to see you on Wednesday when we tell our next story. So, see you soon, guys. Bye!
Bye.
Bye. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
How do I end the stream? I forgot. Ah!
Bye.